They actually did it. WWE just blew up WrestleMania 42 and nobody saw it coming. While you were sleeping, while you were going about your normal life, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, may have just aligned himself with the most dangerous viper in WWE history, Randy Orton. And if this is real, if this alliance is actually happening, then everything we thought we knew about WrestleMania 42 just got thrown into a burning dumpster and set on fire. If that just made your jaw drop, smash that like button right now, hit subscribe, and slam that notification bell. Let's go back to the moment that started all of this chaos. Cody Rhodes, the reigning WWE champion, the man who finished his father's story, the man this entire WWE universe rallied behind for 2 straight years, got brutally attacked. Not just beaten, destroyed, and the way it happened, too calculated, too precise, too cold-blooded to be random. That wasn't just a sneak attack, that was a message, that was a statement. That was somebody telling Cody Rhodes, and every single one of us watching, that WrestleMania 42 is no longer his moment. And now, the whispers are getting louder, the clues are stacking up, and every single breadcrumb is leading back to one man, the final boss, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now here's where it gets absolutely insane, and I need you to pay very close attention, because this is the part that is going to make you lose your mind. Randy Orton has been operating in a very strange space in WWE lately. Think about it. The Viper has been methodical, quiet, calculating. He's been lurking in the shadows, striking when nobody expects it, and disappearing before anyone can react. That's not the Randy Orton who plays to the crowd. That's not the legend killer who does it for the pop. That is a man with a plan. That is a man who is working for someone or with someone. And The Rock has never truly left. The final boss character that debuted back in 2024 was never finished. That storyline, that persona, that absolute menace of a character, it was put on pause, not cancelled. Paused. And if you know anything about how WWE creative operates under Paul Triple H Levesque, you know that nothing major gets shelved forever. It gets saved. It gets brought back. It gets brought back bigger. WrestleMania 42 is the biggest stage in the world. And The Rock coming back not as a babyface legend, but as a ruthless, calculating villain aligned with Randy Orton. That is the kind of move that doesn't just change a WrestleMania card. That defines an era. What was the name of the faction The Rock led in WWE during his most iconic heel run in 1998, and who were the original members? Think you know your WWE history? Prove it. First person with the right answer gets pinned. So let's talk about why this alliance makes perfect sense, and why WWE's creative team would be absolute geniuses for pulling this trigger right now. Randy Orton and The Rock have never had a meaningful on-screen alliance. Think about every major combination WWE has produced over the years, and this one has never happened. Two of the most dangerous, most charismatic, most naturally gifted performers in the history of this industry standing on the same side? That's not just compelling television. That is appointment viewing. That is the kind of content that gets people who stopped watching WWE to tune back in. That is the kind of alliance that trends worldwide within 10 minutes of being announced. And the target, Cody Rhodes. Let's be honest about something that a lot of people in this fanbase don't want to admit. Cody Rhodes finishing his father's story was beautiful. It was emotional. It was one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of the modern era. But WWE cannot live in that nostalgia forever. At some point, Cody needs a threat so enormous, so overwhelming, so impossible to overcome that the entire world leans forward in their seats and genuinely wonders if the American nightmare can survive. The Rock and Randy Orton together is that threat. Because you can book Cody Rhodes against one dangerous man and people will believe he can win. You put Cody Rhodes against the final boss and the Viper operating in complete alignment. Now you've got a story where the entire universe is screaming at their screens begging for Cody to find a way out. That's not just good wrestling. That's great storytelling. Now let's address the people who are going to sit in the comments and say, this isn't confirmed, calm down, it's just rumors. You're right, it is not officially confirmed, but let me ask you something. How many times in the last 3 years has WWE done something that was just a rumor 2 weeks before it happened, and then it happened exactly the way the rumors said it would? The Bloodline Civil War, rumor before it was reality. Cody Rhodes returning at WrestleMania 38. People called it fantasy booking. Centimeter Punk's comeback, they said it would never happen. WWE has trained us to believe the unbelievable, and right now, every signal, every report, every piece of circumstantial creative evidence is pointing to The Rock returning not as a legend, but as an active, dangerous, story-driving villain aligned with Randy Orton. The only question left is, what does this mean for the WrestleMania 42 card? Because if The Rock is involved, nothing stays the same. Main events shift, stakes escalate, everything that was already booked gets viewed through a completely different lens. Does this mean Cody Rhodes defends the title in a situation where he's outnumbered? Does this open the door for a surprise partner? Does this finally force WWE to bring back someone from the past to balance the scales? The possibilities are not just exciting, they are endless. Randy Orton has main event WrestleMania multiple times, but in which specific year did Orton compete in a WrestleMania match that ended with one of the most shocking and controversial finishes in WrestleMania history, and who was his opponent? This one separates the casual fans from the real ones. Let's see who really knows their Mania history. Here's the part of this story that genuinely angers me, and it should anger you too. Because if WWE actually has this in their pocket, if The Rock and Randy Orton as a united force is something that creative has been building toward, then why are they teasing it instead of pulling the trigger? Why are we getting hints and whispers and reports instead of a full-blown, earth-shattering, arena-shaking announcement? The answer is simple and it is infuriating. WWE knows exactly what they are doing. They are making us wait. They are stretching this out to build maximum anticipation. They are letting the internet explode, letting channels like this one break it down, letting the speculation run wild, because every single day that this remains a question mark is another day that millions of people are talking about WWE. And if you're talking about it, you're watching it. And if you're watching it, their numbers go up. It's genius. It's manipulative. And it works every single time. But here's what I need you to do. Don't just sit and wait passively. Get loud about this. Share this video right now with every wrestling fan you know. Drop your theory in the comments. Do you think The Rock and Randy Orton's alliance is real? Do you think it changes WrestleMania 42? Do you think Cody Rhodes can survive it? Because the conversation we build here matters. This community, the Suplex Rumble universe, is one of the most passionate, most knowledgeable wrestling fan bases on this platform. And when we talk, the wrestling world listens. The final boss may be returning. The Viper may have already chosen his side. And WrestleMania 42 may be about to become the most chaotic, most unpredictable, most talked about event in years. The only thing standing in the way, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, a man who has already proven once that he can overcome impossible odds on the grandest stage of them all. But can he do it again, against this? That's the question that's going to keep every one of us up at night until WrestleMania 42 finally arrives. And when it does, Suplex Rumble will be here, breaking it all down, keeping it real, keeping it loud. Until then, stay locked in, stay passionate, and never stop believing that the best moments in WWE history haven't happened yet.